Well, good evening, everyone. This is Mike Bass back again with another forecast update for you for this June the 14th, 2026. I'm hoping everybody had a great Sunday out far, but it is a great Sunday. I hope everybody continues to stay safe and well, and also enjoy the weather. Cut the on weather you got. Okay, in tonight's video, we're going to be taking a look at the storm system moving across the country and also take a look at the tropics. And we do have a little 30% chance of development here in the western Gulf. We'll continue to monitor that, and also we'll show you at the end of the video from the National Hurricane Center that they are watching that little system. Also take a look at your local forecast for your Monday and Tuesday, the current Washington advisory map, the Storm Prediction Center. I'll look for days 2, 3, 4, and 5 as well. So, and also, like I say, we'll take a look at the Hurricane Center percentage on that system at the end of the video. So if you have not subscribed to my channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Also like these videos, share these videos, and let's continue to get the show on the road there, folks. And sorry I haven't been able to make a video. Had a few things to take care of, so I'm back again. So hopefully I'll be back for a little while. So I hope everybody enjoy these videos, and like I said, make sure you subscribe if you have not already. Tell your friends, family, neighbors to hit that subscribe button. Still trying to reach that 700 subscriber mark as well on YouTube here, so I greatly appreciate it. Alright, let's go ahead and get the show on the road here, folks. Alright, you can see we got storm systems affecting the areas of Florida, up into Georgia, the Carolinas, all the way into southeast Canada, Maine. Got a cold frontal boundary dropping into the area, producing a lot of shower and thunderstorms and severe weather for the east coast of the U.S. Some more activity from Louisiana back to Texas, into Mexico, also into Arizona, also California, over toward Colorado, Nevada, Utah, and areas of Nevada. Got some more activity across Cuba, the Bahamas, South America, a little bit of down here across the southern Caribbean islands, and also got more activity in the eastern Pacific. Got more tropical cyclones are expected to develop in that region as well over the coming days. Got another storm system which will move into Washington, Oregon State coming up later tonight or into your Monday. So alrighty, so let's move on into your local forecast now. Should roll out something like this here across the board. Okay, as you can see, we've got some shower activity right along the Canadian-U.S. border, stretching into Montana. More shower activity over here in West Virginia, in the northern New York State, northern Vermont, western portion of Maine, southeast Canada. Then we got thunderstorms and showers from Maine all the way down to eastern Connecticut in the coastal waters. Also the Outer Banks of North Carolina down toward the Florida Keys, including eastern North Carolina to South Carolina, Georgia, Louisiana to Texas, to Arizona, Utah, New Mexico, the state of Mexico as well. Also with the country of Mexico, also with the portion of Colorado, all the way up to areas of Wisconsin, a little bit Lake Superior, northern Michigan, a little bit in western Lake Huron, right on the Canadian-U.S. border through Minnesota to the Dakotas, and also portions of Montana. Alright, otherwise expect dry high pressure to remain in charge of your local forecast area for your Monday, and you can see all the cold front, warm fronts, and low pressure systems and high pressure systems also across the areas. Well, across your local forecast areas. Alright, now let's move over into your Tuesday forecast, and you can still see the same thing. Cold front, warm front, low pressure system, high pressure system, all across the board. These are located in your local forecast areas across the board. Okay, we're going to let it fill in now here. And as you can see, we got some heavy rain flash flooding across southern Texas from that little tropical system that the National Hurricane Center is watching, stretching into Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, and western Georgia. Then we got thunderstorms and showers for the Outer Banks of North Carolina, coastal waters, always stretching down into two areas of South Carolina, Florida, Georgia, northern Gulf to Texas, to Mississippi, so into New Mexico, Arizona, the state of Mexico, through areas of Oklahoma, all the way up to Lake Huron, Lake Superior, northern Michigan, western New York State, Pennsylvania, Ohio, to Wisconsin, to Minnesota, to the Dakotas, Montana, right along the Canadian-U.S. border as well. Otherwise, expect dry high pressure to remain in charge of your local forecast area for your Tuesday. Alright, let's roll on into the current watches warning advisory map for your location across the nation, and it should roll out something like this here across the board. Alright, as you can see, we got heat advisories over here and excessive heat warnings for Washington, Oregon, and Idaho states. You've got some special weather statements in Washington, Oregon, Idaho, and also into areas of Utah. Red flag warnings in areas of Colorado to Wyoming to Nebraska, southern and southwestern areas of South Dakota. Flood watches and flood advisories over Texas. We have one flash flood warning in western Texas, severe thunderstorm warning in portions of southern New Mexico. You got some flash flood warning and flood advisories over Arizona. Then we got some special weather statements and red flag warning for northern Minnesota. Then we got flood warning for Missouri, eastern Kansas. Then we got flood warnings for area river, for areas of Illinois down into areas of Missouri, eastern Iowa. And then we got some special weather statements over here in portions of Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia. And we got some special marine warning along the coastal areas of South Carolina and Georgia. Coastal flood statement there as well. Heat advisory for eastern North Carolina and eastern South Carolina around the PD region. And then we got tornado watches and warnings up here in Pennsylvania. Severe thunderstorm watches in effect and warnings in some areas of New York State, Pennsylvania, West Virginia, Virginia, also in the Rhode Island, Connecticut, Massachusetts area, Rhode Island. Then we got flood watches in effect for northern Vermont, New Hampshire, and also into Maine. Alright, small craft advisory from Maine all the way down to the North Carolina, South Carolina line, Northern California to Washington State. Coastal flood statements around the Hawaiian Chain Island. We have some flood watches in effect, red flag warnings, and special weather statements around the Alaska region. Alright, let's move on into the Storm Prediction Center outlook for severe weather for day 2. And it should roll out something like this here across the board. Okay, have a marginal rest from portions of Pablo, Colorado, over toward Garden City, down toward Lubbock and Amarillo, Texas. You can see general thunderstorms elsewhere from towards eastern Montana, through Marquette, Michigan, to South Texas, back to Tucson, Arizona, to New Orleans, Louisiana, Charleston, South Carolina, down toward the Florida Keys. Tornado probability rolls out like this here. Less than 2% all areas. Damaging winds 5%, and large hail looks to be like this, pretty much 5%. And you can see maybe some pretty good sized hailstone, maybe golf ball to baseball size from North Texas, Oklahoma into areas of Kansas and southeastern Colorado for day 2, which is Monday. Alright, here's a look at day number 3, and it will roll out like this here across the board. Alright, you can see we've got a marginal rest over here from Indianapolis, Fort Wayne, Chicago to Detroit. General thunderstorm from Glasgow, Montana, down towards areas of Oklahoma City, up toward Marquette, Michigan. Then from Washington, D.C. to Columbia, South Carolina, to the Florida Keys, back to areas of Brownsville, Austin, and San Antonio area. Also Alexandria, Louisiana. Probability should be around 5%. Across Michigan, down in Illinois, Indiana, and portion of Ohio. Alright, here's a look at severe weather for day number 4. And we have an enhanced risk and a slight risk of severe weather. The enhanced risk looks to be from Kansas City, Jefferson City, Hannibal, Springfield, Illinois up toward Pierre, and then from Delmont, Iowa, far east of Indianapolis, also Cincinnati, all the way down toward Springfield, Missouri, Wichita, Kansas as well, for the slight risk. Let's roll into day 5. You can see we have a slight risk from Louisville, Kentucky, stretching up to Grant, Pennsylvania, Washington, Baltimore, also down toward Richmond, Virginia, Charleston, West Virginia. You're included in that. Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, you're also included in that as well. Alright, now let's take a look at the tropics. Here is the tropical weather outlook for the North Atlantic, Caribbean Sea, and the Gulf of Mexico. And here's that 30% chance of development right here in the got a little area of low pressure here that I showed you at the beginning of the video. You can see this was the 8 p.m. advisory, northwestern Gulf of America, but I call it Gulf of Mexico. But anyway, a trough of low pressure located in the northeastern Gulf, northeastern Mexico, continues to produce disorganized shower and thunderstorm activity. Development is not expected during the next day or two, or next day or so, while the trough remains inland and drifts generally northward over northeastern Mexico and southern Texas. The system is then forecast to move northeastward and could reemerge over the northwestern Gulf of America late Tuesday or Wednesday. Worst environmental conditions may support some development around midweek. Regardless of tropical cyclone formation, heavy rainfall and flash flooding are possible across portions of eastern and southeastern Texas and Louisiana this week. Formation chance through 48 hours, low, near 0%. Formation chance through 7 days, low, 30%. So, alrighty, so this could be Arthur. This could be our tropical cyclone Arthur. That's the first name on the list. This could become Arthur if it do become a name. If it do, it will move into Louisiana, get caught up on a cold frontal boundary, and then it brings lots of precipitation from Louisiana to the Carolinas, northern Florida. You will get some activity off of that system if it do become a tropical name storm. Even if it don't, you're still going to get heavy rains and flash flooding from Texas all the way to the Carolinas, coming from early this week all the way into this weekend. So, alright, get ready, folks. I hope everybody enjoyed the video. Make sure to subscribe if you have not. Like these videos, share these videos. We'll catch you back in the next one. So have a wonderful Sunday evening, folks. Take care and also enjoy the weather, because it's the only weather you got.